What's up, mobile gamers? We all play mobile games, and we play them for a while and then put them down and decide that we're gonna move on to something else. Well, today, we're focusing on a bunch of games that you should pick back up. Ones that are still good, or even have gotten better from when you initially played them. I got 10 for you, and we're gonna dive into my list of games that I keep coming back to, or had never stopped playing. Let's get into number 1. First on the list is Devil May Cry Peak of Combat. This came out as an action RPG to take the mobile gaming world by storm, but it was littered with microtransactions and currency issues that people just didn't like inside of the game. Looking at all of that, putting that all aside, the gameplay mechanics were quite unique, the graphics were incredible and on point for the genre, and really they were a leader in combat in my opinion. Being able to dive in with one character, then swap out, tag in another character to complete the fight even while mid-air was something that was quite unique and really enjoyable as a player. This game is definitely an action RPG that's leading in the space, plus it has all the lore and love that we have from playing it back in the day on console. If you don't want to spend inside of the game, that's absolutely fine, but definitely dive back in and play it again. Warframe is another one that's absolutely incredible. One of my favorite games on Steam, or also known as on PC, now on mobile, cross-play, where you play as a Warframe that you build out to your liking and take it into some fast-paced combat. It's absolutely a stunning, amazing game. Now, there is a lot of depth inside of this one and a lot of grind. That's why people kind of shy away from it. It's a time investment if you really want to progress to the highest of levels, but it's very free to play friendly, and it's a gorgeous game that is just exuding fun. And of course, Metal Slug Awakening, the one that you played back in the day in the arcades, but now came back with a revised version that has beautiful graphics and just goofy, fun gameplay. It's like a Contra style game, but in my opinion, even better. This game is a blast and is really just something that you could dive into quickly, progress, and have fun while you play. All right, hear me out here, guys. Shadowgun Legends is one of the oldest games on today's list, but it's one of the best games as well. This is an arena style battle or shooter that has some different mechanics to other shooting games that are out today, and it really is a lot of fun. The way that you could customize your character, that you have the open world realm that you could live within and be with other players, and the ability to do co-op and to do PvP is absolutely a blast. A fast-paced shooter that's different than others. All right, Mobile Legends. We've all been playing this one, right? Like, this is no secret. 500 million people have downloaded this game. It's a MOBA, and one of the biggest, most successful MOBAs on mobile. And it really still is great to this day. This game has been popular for, what, 8 years? Maybe even more at this point in time, and it's growing on the esports scene and continuously getting better. Whether you're into MOBAs or not, this is a really good one for you to take a stab at it and determine whether this genre is for you. The characters in here are pretty awesome, and there are tons of them to play. As I said, a game that has not lost steam as time has gone on. Call of Duty Mobile has been one of the best shooters of all time on mobile, and Call of Duty one of the best of all time on PC and console. This game has been my favorite shooter ever on mobile. It's also one of my favorites on PC and console. So with all that being said, you know I'm a fanboy of it. I think it's done very well over time, and in my opinion is the best option to play right now, even with all of the new shooters coming to the scene. Even with the new Call of Duty coming to the scene, Warzone, I still prefer Call of Duty Mobile. The different game modes that we can interact with, the zombie mode that comes from time to time, and just how smooth the game plays, and brings me back to when I used to play the game 10 years ago on console. My favorite by far. If there's a shooter I'm gonna play, it's this one. But maybe you're looking for a brawler. Maybe you want to do a Super Smash Bros. Style game, but that's not on mobile. How about Brawlhalla? Brawlhalla is a platformer style battler game that has tons of characters that you can choose from and different zones that you could fight within. The game's actually quite incredible for PvP matchups. So much fun and so much that you could learn and continuously learn over time. With so many different characters or heroes that you can play as, you can always learn different combat styles and perfect your gameplay and become a better player. Or you can get yourself into some esports competitive leagues and win a few bucks because you're just the man and the best at Brawlhalla. Definitely a great game here. Also one that's free to play and available on Steam and other platforms as well. This one's not exclusive to mobile, but it's definitely amazing. Now, I always thought Identity V was really cool. This is when you're playing as one of these puppets and there are 4 puppets trying to escape from one of the monster puppets. You know, it's a Dead by Daylight kind of game. Here, you're put into a map with your other friends and you need to decode the system to open up the doors so you can all escape. All the while, you're being attacked by these really creepy monsters that are trying to kill you. Yeah, it's a horror style game, one that looks really great and also is a ton of fun to play at the same time, specifically better when you play with friends. I remember the day this game launched, I live streamed it, had to be 5 or 6 years ago, and had an absolute blast. I actually considered covering it exclusively on the channel. How crazy am I? Either way, Identity V is still fun today and one of the best in the horror genre. Ah man, Knighthood. Now, I play turn-based strategy games every day. I play King Arthur, I play Raid Shadow Legends, but Knighthood just does it different. It's a vertical style game where you're playing as a knight with your gauntlet, you're powering up all of your gear, and you have the heroes behind you as your superpowers. It's just done in a different fashion, and it's absolutely incredible and so much fun to play. I really would consider getting back into this one. And it's not even something that would be competing with something like a Raid Shadow Legends because the game is just so much different. First of all, it's in a vertical format. Second of all, the way that you upgrade your character is not the same as the collection system that you'd have in something like a Raid Shadow Legends. And it's a ton of fun to play with your friends as well when the world events. And of course, Diablo Immortal. You guys know that I play this game every day. I have a channel called Echo Gaming Diablo, and there we slay demons and other players. This game has only gotten better as time has gone on, and in my opinion is the best action RPG game to play today. If you haven't tried it, or if you tried it in the past and have determined that you are trying to get back into it, well, no better time than right now, because the game is in the best state it has ever been. And if you decide to go back and play it again, come check out my other channel. It's called Echo Gaming Diablo, where I am absolutely in love with this game and play it every day. But maybe you're looking for a fighter, battler style game. Skullgirls is awesome. Anime inspired, great combat, great colors, great characters that you could play as and beat some butts of other players. This is one of the best ones in my opinion in genre. I think it really is quite good. Even if you're not into the IP or anime related stuff, the fighting mechanics inside of this game are just on point and you can't go wrong. Now I know I started playing Clash of Clans on this channel when I started the channel 8 years ago. But you know what I'm playing again is Clash Royale. I'm kind of addicted to playing the game again. It's so much fun, and I got some maxed out decks that would spank any player. With that being said, there's a lot of new mechanics in the game. It's actually gotten quite heavy, and there's a lot of grind and upgrade to do, but at the same time, it's got me hooked. So if it hooks me, I think it can hook you as well, and you should consider diving back into the game. Now, with that being said, like any other Supercell game, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars, Squad Buster, whatever it is, use code ECHO whenever you buy anything in the game. That directly supports my channel, and I want to thank you guys for that support. And then you have the light-hearted Battle Royale style game, Zuba, where you dive into the world as an animal, you pick up your weapons along the way, and you take out other animals and steal their stuff. Doesn't it sound like fun? It's got the gacha mechanic as well, so you can unlock different characters with different abilities as you go, which is quite awesome, and it's just casual yet addicting at the same time. Now, if you want to stay up to date on all mobile games and free-to-play games on PC and what the best ones are to play right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video.